Hello and good morning. Welcome to my morning shed time. I got myself on a Pinot kick this morning, and I thought I would revisit some 2000s neo soul. Pop out the P bass. So what a simple line. I might do a tutorial on this later on sometime. It's a really simple groove, but just to give you for those of you who are watching, give you a sense of where my headspace was. There is, I played the whole song with the drums, and just with the drum track, and then I spent some time with my internal clock, just playing that simple groove. What happened there? Something weird happened just now. Did I lose bass or did I lose headphone? There we go. And I be hearing people trying to explain this. I'm going to save this because I'm going to make a video about this. But when in that Prince interview, when he says, well, if you can explain it or if you can define it, it ain't funky. I agree and I disagree with him on that. But on something like this, I wholeheartedly agree, where I think it's it can be difficult to explain what that feel is, at least for me. And and also I don't think it's, I don't know. I think it's something that you just have to do, like I was, that era of music, that Philly sound. And there was a lot of that sound in Oakland at the time. I happened to be in that environment around the time. And so I was playing a lot of this type of stuff on gigs and whatnot. Drummers were really into it. Bass players were really into it. Everybody was really into it. That's chocolate on my pants, just by the way. But, Tiny, I'm in agreement with you on that. I think feel is something that can't be taught. It can be shown, but I think you have to experience that. I think I have a good feel. I do think I have a good feel. I'm not gonna be like, fake humble or whatever. You know what I mean? But also I think that defining feel, having a good feel or having a good sense of time doesn't necessarily mean that you are metronomic. Of course, it doesn't mean that you're metronomically accurate all the time, because then that would be a feel thing, right? My battery's about to die on my computer, so I'm gonna have to get off soon. But I think it's more that you are aware of where you are in time. That's what I think that is, and that you can adjust accordingly based on what the music requires. That's what I think. That's what I think. That's my opinion at this moment, which is, okay to change. Another thing I will say that contributes to my personal feel, is that I'm not going to fight with this instrument. I'm not going to fight against it. What do I mean by that? I mean that once I get the line, I'm not going to like be trying to force notes out. With something like this, I'm not trying to force notes out. There's a mix of like tones that you can hear and ghost notes. And this hand is acting like a guitar player would play, strum a guitar. Hey y'all, let me get a charger for my computer real quick. Just hang tight. And we're back. I had to plug up my computer. Let's see. Also, when I started playing without the drums, my intention was to meditate on what I was playing. Like really And it wasn't until towards the end where I started adding different things. I am muting, but not like incredibly intentionally. What do I mean by that? I'm not forcing my hand down. And also making sure that I get back to the top, because there's the groove, the framework of the groove right there. You dig? So now, for the interested, I really have other stuff to do. I need to take a shower. I need to meet at home for lunch. I need to go buy some new cables. Blah 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 blah. I got a lot of stuff to do, but I'm like, I'm gonna have some coffee, and I didn't have an intention on going live at all, but I wanted to share my shed time because, as always, with all of my content, I really want to give you a sense of what I'm thinking, what my process is. My process isn't completely correct, right? I wouldn't say that. You know, it's something that works for me, and it's a way. It's not the way. So, but I've always thought that if I can get in somebody's headspace, it's better than them just showing me something. I still got to put in the work, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm gonna play this thing out and go get on with the rest of the day. Now, okay, so I'm gonna risk like ruining everything about this video, and I'll tell you what the next. What's up, Brandon? Let me tell you what the next thing that I would like do is take this. I'm gonna cheat a little bit.
Let me tell you about it. I want to tell you about it. Let me tell you, I've been gone for so long. Just want to sing my song. I know you've been here, heard a lot of things. About me. Oh, I know. I know. I've heard it all.
So, with I'm always talking about it with Soundmaster Pro, I would take this out and then play this just with the vocals. That's how I use Soundmaster Pro. Like, man, all the metronome exercises in the world, and there's some really cool metronome exercises out there, but I don't use, to be honest with you, I don't use any of them. That's me. I don't use any of them because few things are going to teach you what you want to know more than what you want to know more than the actual source material. Ah. Ah. Sorry. Sorry. That was a complete tangent right there. That's what that was. That was a complete tangent. How does your slap sound sound like that? I don't know. Mine is more bright. Oh, I got flat wounds on here. These are flats. These are flats. These are flats. I got flats, and I got, when I did the slap thing, I had my tone all the way up. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything remains the same. I can't do. That's one of my favorite grooves. Raphael, good to have you. Yeah, man. You know, I had a 5-string American Fender jazz bass that I had for like 2 weeks. I bought from Gelb Music in San Francisco, in Redwood City, California. And I had it, and I already had too many 5 strings. And I said, man, I really need a 4-string P bass in my camp. And I went back and I traded the American 5-string for this. I don't play it very often, but when I do play it, I do enjoy it very, very, very much. I'm going to tell you else another little secret. Secret. I'm going to tell you something else that I just did. I spent that time shedding that feel. My thing again was, for those of you just joining, I shedded that. I was like, I want to just be able to cop that feel and meditate on that meditate on that. And then I went and I did like all kinds of other stuff. And then for me, that's how I know that I have it. When I can just like go off and then come back. Can I play it somewhere else? Back to the original go. The last song I was playing, Raphael, was Dock of the. I was just goofing around on Dock of the Bay. Dock of the Bay. because I swear I have the attention span of a toddler. I really do. I really do. All right, my friends, thanks for joining me in this morning shed today. Catch you next time. Peace.